This would have to be one of my least favorite places to plow because the road is super narrow and the edges are super steep and the road is super steep. Like right now my plow is not even touching, and now it's touching again. The road is not in that great a shape. All kinds of boulders. So I just try to float above a bit. You gotta try to back up. On this narrow one-lane road. Try to clean up enough to get around this next turn, which is pretty much a 90-degree turn. Well, it is a 90-degree turn. And hope that you don't go into the ditch. Really rough on the truck, really rough on the plow actually, not so much the truck. This is the spot that causes me to have to tighten my plow skids quite regularly, and my main bolts tend to wiggle loose. Not quite so bad when there's some frost in the ground, but of course, there's none of that yet. And trying to float it on these angles is pretty difficult. There's not much snow down here compared to what it was earlier. So that rain earlier really got rid of a lot of it. I was already down here once earlier today. It was daylight then. Well, it's not quite so bad in the daylight because you can see a bit better what you're doing. But that snow is heavy. Pushing that and keeping traction. I don't actually run any weight in the back of the truck. I probably should. I have a fuel slip, which does help, but it's not a lot. Rear of the truck lets go. It tends to let go. This truck's got a fair amount of torque. And you try to back down, going off the edge. Push the rest of this up the hill rather than slam it down into the fence below. Try to get the rest of this up, or at least winged off the edge. Didn't actually go too bad the first pass. it back far enough I can wing it over the other way. Because there's a big boulder. You can't see it, I don't think, but there's a big boulder to the right of me. And when I was in here working on this road, I tried to move it with the machine we had here, but it was way too heavy. Couldn't even roll it. I only brought I think it was a 6-ton, but I thought I should at least be able to somehow roll it. But it's jammed up in the trees there pretty badly, so I couldn't get it to rock or anything. Back dragged away from the front. Clean that up as best we can. I think I missed some there. And then get turned around, which is also kind of challenging up here. Turned around, I'll push this off over here because this is their turnaround spot. The utility company that uses this location only brings a little 1/4-ton truck up, so they don't take up nearly the amount of space that this does, especially with the plow on. It makes it a lot longer. Makes it a little bit more difficult to turn it around. Be careful, there's trees behind me too. Turn that heat down, holy, I'm cooking in here right now. I got soaked earlier trying to get into the skid steer. There was a puddle that I didn't see. Splashed up. Got me soaked right up to my knees. So I'm still trying to dry out from that, so I had the heat on a little high. Back up without hitting this snowbank. There's that rock I was talking about right there. It's a pretty big rock. Now that we get that done, we'll head back down, get the other side of the road on the way out. One pass in, one pass out. Enough that they can get in and out of here. And then this one's done. I already did the main road coming into the gate, the first section of road. So that's all done. You can see there's a little bit of snow on the top of the hill because that's where my blade actually doesn't touch. It's so steep, it won't hit the ground there, and it does the same on the opposite side here. There, we're touching again. Back down the other side of the hill. Try to wing it back a little bit, but there's not much to wing back here. It's one lane. Try to get turned enough that I can push some of this just off the edge here, so I don't gotta push it through this gate. Oh. You gotta be careful there. Here's the edge of the road. I did make it a little wider here just for that reason, but still it's not very wide. The client didn't want to pay for extra material where they're only in and out of here once a week, I think it is. And like I said, they only have that little truck they come in and out with, so they don't need a lot of space. Fold my mirrors in so I don't hit those. Fold them back out so I don't hit the side of my truck. There we go. That's it. Now I gotta go lock the gate back up. Talk to you later.